Unga tātou por kalame, ia o le 685 show. Pia Samoa, Molinea Fiafi. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome, she's no stranger to the show, a good friend of our Pia Samoa 685 show, the director of the signature choir, Le Fepulea'i Helen Tupa'i, is joining us this afternoon via Zoom in Wellington to have a chat about Mana Moana 2025, which is coming up. It feels just like yesterday where we were celebrating the success and the buzz that was the very first Mana Moana here at Spark Arena, where we quite literally we filled the stadium. So joining us to have a chat about, I guess, season 2 of Mana Moana happening next Saturday is the one and only Fepulea'i Helen Tupa'i. Let me just turn this down really quickly. That's okay. Okay, there we go. Talofa Fepulea'i, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Whaatalo whātu la sunga ni sā, la whiunga ni sā, and whaatalo whātu pa ia maru sā molo whaafonga nei tu la le aso. Ai me se fo ia le maru tatou tunu, mai maua tele si o maua iti. Yeah, maru si nu. I'm sure this program's for our young people, young at heart.
Absolutely.
Whātu talofa.
Malofa whtai. Fepulea'i, I know you're very busy woman, especially this week and moving into next week. So we appreciate you making the time to join us on the show this afternoon. Look, let's get straight into it. Mana Moana made waves when it first we had the, was it 2 years ago? Was it 2023? We had the show at Spark Arena, and you know, with Mana Moana 2025 just around the corner, how's that build been? You know, especially after such an unforgettable concert. How have the preparations been for this, the second wave as such?
Yeah. Oh gosh. So we sort of had it in train at the end of last year. We thought, oh no, you know, we got the go ahead, and the lead up to it has been a 12-week lead. So it's been a 3-month prep. Man, but you know, we thought, oh, 12 weeks away, but it's just come. And it's been a hard slog as anything. Even though we 13 songs, you know, we already know. But we added 4 songs, so we've got a program of 17 songs.
Awesome.
So it's been full on, and we had some of our members move to Australia, you know, so we had to audition. I'm sure, you know, you would have seen on our socials at the beginning of the year, we were looking for some singers, and unfortunately it was only for Wellington because it was Wellington-based singers, right?
Yeah.
And so it's been just really full on for our new members to learn 17 songs off the bat, you know. Yeah. You know, o mapoia le o levana, you know, la pepese le o faipese le o maua isi pese. But man, these guys, 17 songs. So it's been hard, but it's been great.
Good, very good. And you know, just bleeding in, I guess the new blood or the newer members, how's that process been? You know, because it can be quite daunting with the, what's the word, with the, like the signature choir is well known. I can easily say a renowned choir in New Zealand and across the Pacific. Has that transition for a lot of the newbies been quite smooth?
Oh, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
Like these are people that have the audition. They did the hard yards. They did the brave thing, a courageous thing was putting in their videos.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were amazing singers. You know, in their auditions, they were awesome, and you know, young, but they just had the heart to sing, you know, and so it's been awesome. They've enjoyed the journey, and what they've done, because they're so good, they've made us step up.
Yeah.
We're like, we've been up our game, but also to our Ofepisi in Okilangi, we've got, you know, brothers and sisters in Okilangi too.
Yeah.
The Moana Part 1, you know, 2023, we had about 29 singers. We've got around 40. So, you know, there's been extra people added to it. And again, it's been a beautiful, just a nice refresh, revive of the choir. And then it's really made some of us that have been there a while, we just need to up our game, need to practice,
Yeah,
you know, and then we go by that verse, you know, the verse has been iron sharpens iron, right? You know,
absolutely,
and so, oh,
absolutely. Um, Look, from your perspective as the director, and I guess a lot of our people will know what to expect this time round with from the first iteration of the concert for this second phase or this 2025 version of Mana Moana. What can our people expect in terms of obviously new music, as you've alluded to, but maybe some of the stories and themes from that music? What can we expect, and also in terms of the staging of the whole thing, because that was massive. Like that was a production wise, that was a huge stage setup. Will we expect the same or a bit more? Obviously, with more numbers requires a bit more space in the in the arena. What can we expect?
we can expect it'll be the same production. We want to give our people the best.
Yeah.
But you know, LSR, you've seen it 2 times because you came to the beginning,
Yes.
2022.
Yeah.
That's where we first met, and then you saw Moana, you know, at the first time in Spark Arena. And I guess you will hear, you know, the songs. There's 13 songs that you are already familiar with,
Yeah.
but with the 4 additional songs, you know, they're quite big numbers in their islands. So we can't wait to share that with you, and we're just going to reveal it on the day.
Beautiful.
But the production, we hope that it will just be amazing, and you know, similar, if not a little bit, you know, more. But you know, giving our people, you know, when they hear their own songs, you know, repeat.
Yeah.
Like you know, Samoa myself, I can play that like all day, and it still sounds like a song, right?
Yeah.
And so, and the songs that we sing have been, you know, carefully created and chosen by the communities itself. You know, like our Tongan family here in Wellington. That you know, these are the songs that will resonate with our people.
Mm.
And so, you know, it's a lot of mafana, a lot of love.
Yeah.
But yeah, production's going to be the same too. And yeah, it's just seeing our music on a stage. But the best thing about it is being accompanied to the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra. How great is that?
Yeah, and I'm guessing it's the same creative team, you know, that you worked from the first show with regards to the orchestrations and working with it like that. I mean, just that's a flex. Be like, I'm working with the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra. That's a mad flex. But, you know, with that, tell us about the song selection. Obviously, you've got the first set of songs, which we all know, but having to add to that program, the pressure. What? How did that decision making process come about?
You know, lucky for us Pacific people. Allah, we got lots of songs, eh?
Yeah,
But it was choosing the right song, and again we went out to our communities. I can tell you the islands that we're doing.
yeah.
Fiji,
Let's go.
we go Tonga,
Mm.
and then there's another. Yeah, there's something there that's, you know, that everybody's been listening to that.
Yeah.
I might give it away, but anyway,
Don't give it
you know,
away. We'll hold it. We'll hold it. Hold the
these
suspense.
are cool songs. These are cool songs, you know. So
Yeah.
we can't wait. We can't wait. Yeah.
Tell us about. Actually, before I get to that, you had your filing in Wellington last night. How did that go?
It was good. We haven't as you knew that about our whaalinga, but you haven't seen anything because we have a new kohinga to Nina.
Right.
We haven't revealed it, so I think we're going to do the big reveal next week.
Cool.
In Auckland at their whaalinga
Yep.
in the weekends. But we're, you know, I think it's more to keep hush the new set, the songs.
Yeah.
But also we want that surprise element. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. It was hard. And like anything, you know, before when we had our sound check, Leola, le speaker, the wires are everywhere. And of course our family were very, very early. So we were like, you know, and we were just, everything was all over the place. And I said, you know what, emptying into the choir though, don't worry, these people are the same people that see you in the morning when you don't comb your hair. So they will give us grace and they will love on us.
Absolutely.
So right, you know, and then just said that the maliatu ile ola.
Ala.
But, they keep us humble, our families. So, it started off a bit rocky, but we finished. We got there we got to the end, so it was good. Yeah. It's a long program, so I think for the first time nobody said, "E pu'u," but this a long program.
I think it's a balance thing as well because we know what to expect, but then you as audience members, especially for those who have been there before, we come wanting just a little, it's just a little bit more that hunger. So, no, I think it's going to be great, and I know many people are looking forward to it. Just briefly talk to us about. We had this massive campaign on social media over the past, or maybe month or so, or however long it's been going, which wrapped up just before Easter. The big
Yeah.
campaign to get Signature Choir over to Sydney. Tell us about that.
The Boosted X Moana campaign that was with partnership with Creative New Zealand, obviously to mobilize 55 people. So we've got 50 in the choir plus the ones that do the real work. Running around, our admin, our ops team.
Yep.
We had to mobilize 55 people and that's a massive bunch of funds to get there. And reaching out to Creative New Zealand, they introduced us to this crowdfunding, which is the Boosted X. And what they did, and our goal was to fundraise $50,000, and that's literally that's like the bus for all 55 of us to go. So and what Creative New Zealand offered is they will match every dollar up to 40,000. So
Wow.
we thank goodness, on just hours before the cutoff date, we made we reached our goal, and that went straight to Air New Zealand. Thank you very much.
Especially with the prices of flights nowadays. They're not friendly. They're not friendly. But no, it's great news. Viele li'i
Yeah.
mo. And big shout out and thank you to everyone who did get behind that campaign.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. We're like, man, God, this is all God, because we got the Sydney, supporting us, and it was like, okay, go yani still. So do everything backwards, but we do things walk by faith.
Yes.
Yeah, but thank you so much to everybody for your love and for believing in and then supporting the vision. Yeah, so we are going to Sydney Opera House on the 20th and the 21st of June. So that's soon. And I just got I got a text this morning from my cousin. She goes, be uma tickets on Saturday. And I went, oh, well, if you're not fast,
If you're not fast.
Yeah. So, really excited about that too.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. So like we've done with Auckland, our vision about the Mana Moana project, the project, the product or the musical, is that wherever we go, we want to share the blessing, we want to share the journey.
Yeah.
And so in Auckland, we stood up an Auckland choir, and it was an all-comers choir, people that were singing. My brother here, was supposed to come, but he's famous, like just here and there, just making records and cracking records. But we stand up a local choir, so we were able to share the journey with our brothers and sisters in Auckland. So same thing, we have gone to Sydney, and we've just shared the journey with some local singers in Sydney. And we had our first rehearsal about 4 weeks ago with them, and there was about 48 people.
Wow.
Who, really, and so they're all, and Manatu Fatava Amato, how big Sydney is, New South Wales. So you have people traveling 3 hours, 4 hours to get to one practice. So there's Mount Druitt, and then you go to, Penrith. And so there's just, they're going all over the show, and just the dedication to be a part of this has just been such a humbling experience. It's like, wow. So, we've got a choir in Sydney that is awaiting to be a part of the experience too. So we're really grateful that Sydney Symphony Orchestra, really wanted to partner with us. So God is good.
God is good indeed. When we talk about Spark Arena, when we talk about the Sydney Opera House, these are not small venues. These are not insignificant in any way. Like these are the world class, places and venues that people, big artists from around the world, flock to
Mm.
for their shows and stuff. Why is it, and what's the significance for you? Why is it important? Why do you think it's important for Pasefika creatives to have a platform like Mana Moana at venues like Spark Arena, at venues like the Sydney Opera House? What's the significance for you as the head of the ship for Signature Choir, but for the spirit that is Mana Moana and all that it embodies?
Yeah. We have made Aotearoa our home, and we contribute to the economy. We contribute to everything in our local, communities. Why not? Why
Why
not
not?
get the best? O Tata Tua'a, they came to give us a better life,
Yeah,
right? And from speaking very little English to coming to conform to very cold weather, to live in a house that's just them and their partner or their wife, their husband and their children. Going from their village setting to there, and they conform to this lifestyle in Aotearoa so that they could give their children a better life, right? And so who are we to not take up the opportunity and honor our parents like that? And so I just believe everyone has a calling, and like for us as creators, as choir directors, Tato, man, all of us, our Tato Langa, it's community. You leave no one behind. And I guess we've used something that's very familiar to us, which is Ofepese.
yeah,
And we have mastered that craft of Ofepese. We've tried to, but then we're like, no, we can do it. And then we push the boundaries. So what we've done is just extend the territory. You talk into it and you speak into those spaces, and
yeah.
and it was funny because our first one was at Michael Fowler Centre, and that
That's right.
happened because orchestra, the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra, that's their home. That's where they practice.
That's
That's
right.
where they rehearse. So they're based in Wellington. So Michael Fowler Centre is their home. So when we recorded, we said, hello, Moana, might as well have a concert,
Yeah, man.
you know, might as well just share it with our family. They're like, yeah, let's go. And it happened. And then overnight it was like, wow, it was big. And then when they said, let's take it to Auckland, and their home for Auckland was the Auckland Town Hall.
Right.
And when, we'll have it Town Hall. And I did the quick, Google capacity for Town Hall. It was, I think it was 1,300. Our old Malcolm Fowler Centre is 2,100.
Right.
No, we like, it's too small for our people.
And
Okilangi
we
is the
packed the Michael
capital of
Fowler Centre too, right? That was packed. So you can imagine the town
it.
hall. Man.
Yeah, and so I was thinking, this is the capital of the Pacific Islands, Okilangi, Tamaki Makaurau is the capital of the Pacific, and 1,300 is not enough. So I said to, Kirsten at the time, I was going, oh no, we're singing at Spark Arena. And she just looked at me, she goes, we haven't played at Spark Arena. I go, oh wow, then the Islanders are going to take you to Spark Arena. And then I went home and I prayed, please Lord, I just caught that up, but please make it happen. So and I just think we just need to be like our parents, lela o alu, alu New Zealand.
Hmm.
Why are you New Zealand? Paole mea ke alu, alu
Yeah.
molingunga e tato ainga, so I
Right.
think we just need to call it out. But we deserve to be at places, not just our palangi, I just think that, and not people, if you look at the choir, lea mesisi professional, umalonga pese ngo mai la ia koe fulu ipu ma ilimi fale. So we're not, and we're all everyday singers in your homes at home,
Yeah.
but just to push the boundary and just strive for excellence. I mean, and we drill that into the team. Goes, look,
Yeah.
we are not giving our people, short of excellence. They deserve it. So you need to put in the work. You need to respect the music
Mm.
and put in the work. So yeah, and just having it places like that, there will be a lot of young people thinking, oh, this is normal,
Yeah.
I can do that. And that's it's the generations to come. It's the future generation, for them to come and see it, and then they're gonna think, oh, this is the norm for me. This is the place that and and I know for myself when I saw the likes of Tuilangi and Elise Ete, up there, and I thought, okay, there's someone else like that, and
Yeah,
then you see
absolutely.
Aperila just smashing it with Tina,
Yeah.
in those spaces, e langona le. Wow, le loto nu'u when you see your own people up there. When Tana Umanga became the first All Black captain,
Yeah.
look at everybody else that's following on. Look at Adi Savia and then all the upcoming, players. And it's just that's the inspiration that we want to do. We want to leave that mark of we'll do it because I really believe in the thing that the generations to come will exceed what you've done, and our parent, that was the dream for our parents, is to give us something and then go further. Yeah,
Beautiful. Malo whawhatai. Look, we are just over a week away from showtime. For those who missed it last year, or for those who are coming again, where can they get the tickets? Where can we follow the Signature Choir's journey in the lead up to the show next week?
So tickets are, so if you follow us on Facebook or all our live what is it, social media?
Social media,
yeah. So of course, social media. There's a link there, but if everything's online, so Ticket Space, that's where you can get your tickets, or even if you just Google Mana Moana tickets, it will pop up. So it's in Live Nation is who we're partnering with, but Ticket Space, you can get your tickets there, and it starts from $19.90, $20, and then just and just for your information, if you do get the $20 tickets, it's way up, like you're close to heaven, close to Jesus.
Yeah, and the
and
gods,
then
yeah.
the walk's gonna be like this. So be mindful if you're going to bring your mum or your dad or your grandparents. The closer they are, as you come closer, the ticket prices go up too. But if you want to treat your nana, this is the best thing. The show is a family show. It's intergenerational. You can bring your grandmother, your grandfather. They will love it. You can bring your children. They will think they're watching a movie because it's that cinematic surround orchestral sound will just sound like a movie.
Yeah. Now, that's beautiful. For those who are tuning in or who are listening into this, you can check out this interview, replay this interview again on our PMN Samoa Facebook page, and you will find the link to get tickets on the description. So if you can't be bothered Googling or looking up any links or anything, the link is in the description, so be sure to check that out. Fepulea'i, again, thank you for making the time this evening, and looking forward to the show next week, looking forward to catching up with the choir and the team. But are there any final shout-outs you want to make before we sign off for the evening?
Shout out to the Brother Philip and Tamafao and Tuiloma and Solo who are looking after our family in Auckland. We will see you tomorrow for our retreat when we practice again. But thank you, please, Samoa. Just a humble plea, come and support it. You will love it. Honestly, it will just bring us so much joy, and that's what we want to share. But hearing our beautiful songs and our stories accompanied to the beautiful sound of the orchestra, it's not to be missed, but thank you, Brother Lisa, whawhaftai lava mon matuava noa, mia tele letu i ngaluenga lo whangawhati e lau whionga, I may say for eating, I tell you ngaluenga, but lo ngaluenga wha asafo, man, love the Easter presentation you did, and we had that conversation. It's just so good. And ole ngaluenga, it's not easy, but thank you for giving your heart to the people, because that's so much. That's a lot of your time, and man, it's a gift that is given to some, and you're it, brother. It's just so awesome. So thank you for that, and may you long continue to do that work. And those who are driving home right now, I just pray that you have a safe drive home, and hope to see you next week.
Yes, absolutely. Mole atu le ngang whawhaftai. Thank you again for the kind words. Thank you for your time. Mana Moana 2025 next Friday. Spark Arena. The ticket is The ticket link is in the description, and we will post it up on our Facebook going into the new week to remind you to get your tickets. That was Fepulea'i Helen Tupa'i from the Signature Choir. And finishing us off for today, my favorite, and I know a lot of people, this is their favorite, from the first Mana Moana concert, Love So Swani, composed by the one and only Fepulea'i Helen Tupa'i, to sign off our talanoa this evening. Take care, Fepulea'i, and we'll see you next week.